What the fuck she got you doing? Look at this shit. Bro, time and time again you prove that you just not fucking built for
I'm
this.
so fucking sick and tired of hearing that.
Oh, you think I'm not sick and fucking tired of telling you?
Maybe this right here's my fucking outlet.
This is your fucking outlet, nigga? Learn how to take this shit on your chin like I do every day.
I can't, cause I'm not you.
Y'all two niggas fired.
The fuck you mean we fired?
After that Snow White did it shit you pulled on stage last night. Quit capping like we don't know y'all using us to sell y'all fucking drugs.
The fuck are you talking about?
That's not what's happening.
Save it. We don't know if we got fans or fucking fiends.
What the fuck are you doing? Are you fucking crazy? You're not thinking straight, bro. What the fuck?
Hell's the only person that can get revenge, not me.
Doesn't work like this, motherfucker. Look at you. What the fuck? This is messy. This is how we get caught.
I didn't want that. Brayden, that's not my idea of love. You can go now, please.
What the fuck, Brayden?
Things are gonna change a little bit.
What do you mean?
Work for me, but you're not gonna be my partner no more, B. Can't keep dealing with you fucking up over and over again, bro. One fuck up and you're out. That's it.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Mr. Power, and I'm back with another video. And this is a video that I really wanted to make during the season, but I thought, let me just wait and let the season play out, flush out, and we see how things go for this Brayden character, right? So as you've seen in the description, this video is about crackhead Brayden Weston. I mean, man, when I say I was just really disappointed with the Brayden character this season, like I was very, very disappointed. And I was one of the people who was really advocating for this character because when I first seen Brayden come onto the scene, I felt the same way about Brayden that I felt about Tariq, in a sense where Brayden really didn't need to be in the game. Like, you want to say Tariq didn't need to be in the game. At least Tariq had some kind of ties to the streets in terms of meeting Kanan and being influenced by him. Like, Brayden literally had no ties to the streets. From what we know, no one in his family was in the streets or in the drug game. Yeah, we found out his uncle was a little dirty with the Western Holdings shit, but again, he wasn't a street dude. So there was really no reason for Brayden to want to be in the streets so bad. This was a character, especially being that, you know, he's white, and it just made him a lot less convincing. I really felt like Power had done a great job in just slowly building up his character, right? And, you know, we heard before the season started, you know, Gianni was saying on the Crew Has a Podcast, like, okay, Brayden's going to be very, very dark this upcoming season. He's going to be dark. When they said he was going to be dark, I didn't imagine him just being a crackhead. Because let's be real, that's really what he was. I mean, since killing his uncle, I mean, he's pretty much just unraveled, right? We look at, obviously, if you guys seen the intro, Brayden was doing coke, telling all his business to Elle. And, you know, people try to compare this situation to Tommy, but here's the real difference between Tommy and Brayden, right? Holly was actually down for the life, to the point where Holly went to the Jamaicans to try to have Ghost killed because obviously, you know, Lobos had threatened Tommy to kill Ghost if, you know, he wanted to continue to work with him in the drug game. So Holly was actually down for the life, right? She knew Tommy was moving weight, catching bodies, all of that shit. Now, that doesn't excuse Tommy telling all his business to Holly because that was still very stupid. But at least the difference is he had someone who was down for him. You catching a body for this L chick, she don't even like you like that. She's not down for the life. She's not willing to keep it P. And it kind of pisses me off because we never really got to see the aftermath of that storyline. Like, they just kind of ended things with the L character. We literally never saw her again. So, you know, the fact that Brayden got away with all that stuff, he used her phone to hit up the dealer to then meet up with him, was very dumb to me, right? Very dumb to me. But this comparison between Brayden and Tommy has to stop. They are very different characters. Tommy is a lot smarter than Brayden. Even when Tommy was doing the coke, like, he was still getting shit done. He was still that guy. And obviously that's one of the major differences between the Tommy and Brayden character is we know that Tommy grew up in the streets. Like, we know he had a hard come up. So I feel like that is the main thing with a character in a TV show, right? If you were trying to make a character that's in the drug life, crime life, whatever, if they don't grow up and come up with difficult circumstances, it is very hard for them to be compelling and for us to believe that they are gangster or a gangster when they are grown. It's hard to accept that. And I think that's what happened with this Brayden character. They tried to like push this all on us in one season. And obviously that kind of speaks to, you know, us talking about how, you know, this wasn't supposed to be the last season, blah, 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 blah. But it still doesn't excuse like Brayden going from a hustler to just a straight junkie crash out. Like this man, like y'all seen the intro, right? Him crashing into the Don Carter with the car, him doing the coke and telling L pretty much his whole business with Tariq, him, killing L's dealer without even consulting, without even doing it in a way that was smart, right? And let's be real, he didn't need to kill that dude, bruh. He could have roughed him up, killed him, and even to the point where he lied to Tariq about what he wanted to do. He knew exactly what he was going to do when he got there. He knew that he wanted to catch a body, but he told Tariq he just wanted to rough him up so that Tariq would come with him for backup. And it's decisions like these that kind of push Tariq and Brayden away from each other as friends, as business partners, the whole nine, right? Obviously, as you guys seen in the intro, Tariq was like, yo, you could work with me, but we're not partners no more. And a lot of fans were like upset with that. They're like, oh, how could Tariq do that? Brayden's been down for him. Are you serious? Would you really want to partner with someone who was a cokehead who you really can't trust like that? Like, okay, yes, Brayden was very loyal. He came through for Tariq a lot of times. But even still, bro, like if you're on drugs, if you're on coke, if you're on any type of drug that's taking your attention away from what you should be doing, which is the streets. Because if you're in the streets, if you're in that life, if you've studied that life, understand that life, there are no days off. There's no chilling. There's no being off your game, because if you do, you die. And this is one thing that Ghost and Tommy understood very, very well, is they couldn't really afford to make mistakes like that. They had to be on point. They didn't snort their own product for the most part. Yeah, Tommy had some moments where, he did drugs when he was just going through shit. But for the most part, like, Tommy wasn't a junkie. Really, his mom was. He wasn't really a junkie like that. And that's why when, they make these comparisons of Tommy and Brayden, I just laugh. I'm like, this nigga Brayden? Y'all trying to compare this nigga Brayden to Tommy? Never. And I feel like, I spoke on this in my Effie video, right? Brayden really had the same ending that Effie did. Like, he started out working with Tariq, or working for Tariq, whatever you want to call it, however you view that lens. And the story ended the same way, with him, Effie, and Tariq just working together again, and this time in a demoted position, similar with Effie's position, right? So it just kind of begs the question of, well, what was the point of this whole Power Book to Go story? Or what was the point of you building up Brayden's character in the terrible way that they did, right? The first 3 seasons, they built him up really well. I was like, okay, season 4, it's going to be another gradual build up. He's going to start catching a little bit more bodies. But the coke thing was just like, nah. And I feel like this was a character that also just got pushed to the side for the sake of the Tejada storyline, right? Again, I spoke on that in my Effie video. Make sure you guys check that one out. I posted that a few days ago. Maybe actually it was like 2 days ago. They pushed Effie and Brayden to the side, even Davis and a couple other characters, for the sake of this whole Tejada storyline and, trying to link them and connect them to Tariq, the whole baby thing. And I really think it hurt the show, because not only did you push some of these characters to the side, but you really just downgraded them and demoted them to the point where the characters weren't even interesting anymore. They weren't even realistic. They wasted a lot of characters and wasted a lot of screen time and killed the potential of a character like Brayden, who I was really starting to enjoy. So now at this point, it really just begs the question of what's going to be next for Brayden's character, right? What's left for him in the life? Like, you know what I mean? Like, why is he still in this position? At this point, you might as well go back and find your family, brother. You know what I'm saying? You out from the game. Well, you're not out from the game. You're in the game, right? But you don't need to be. No one's gone. All the threats. Carter's gone. There's really no need for Brayden to keep doing this shit, right? And him being under Tariq and just staying in that position, I can't see that long term. But again, it begs the question of, are we ever even going to see Brayden's character again? I think it's a possibility, because him, Tariq, and Effie are working together, and if they do plan on having another show with Tariq involved, it makes sense to at least have some Brayden and Effie cameos, since Brayden's been there with him from day one, so it begs the question of, what do they want to do with Brayden? Do they still think his character has potential? The way Gianni's been talking about him, doesn't really seem like that would be the case, but we know they be trolling, right? That's what they do. They don't want to tell us nothing. So we're really just going to have to wait and see. Do have another video coming out on some other characters and stuff like that to kind of close up and wrap up this series. And I will be, reviewing some other shows. I got The Penguin I've been watching, which has been fire. I'm going to start doing some recaps, reviews on that. Stay locked in. And as usual, like, comment, share, subscribe for the next one.